The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and welcome. This is TVWAN News. I'm Tracy Pa. In this edition, government addresses priority areas. Nama sets vision for tourism. And Gorokala Anis lift the Santos Cup. The coalition government wasted no time addressing the priority challenges the country is facing right after the recent vote of no confidence session. Prime Minister James Marape met with coalition partners and addressed, urging them to put the country first.
The government's coalition partners met with Prime Minister James Marape and his deputy John Rosso and agreed to hold them both accountable for their past actions and future commitments. The Prime Minister said the body of leaders in the coalition has elevated the fight for law and order as the #1 priority as the country moves to celebrate its 50th anniversary in 2025. The leaders resolved that in the face of many competing needs, this government at the very earliest explore every possible means to uphold the rule of law in the country, strengthen law enforcement, and ensure that the police and all systems of justice are functioning properly. Marape also pointed out that while the government works on the challenges of the economy, health, education, infrastructure, and other pressing issues affecting the country, concerted efforts will address law and order. He emphasized that this initiative builds upon the government's ongoing efforts in the law and justice sector, including targeted personal training to bolster both the police force and the broader justice system. Carol Kidu Jr., TVWAN News.
There is no system of counseling in place to rehabilitate police officers who are under pressure or stress after attempting to cases of family and sexual violence. The Director for the Family and Sexual Violence Unit, Superintendent Delilah Sandeka, said this when testifying during the Commission of Inquiry into the January 10th civil unrest. In a day, the Family and Sexual Violence Unit received more than 3 cases from a victim who is suffering from violence. These cases are not just domestic violence against women and girls, but sexual violence with victims as young as 3 years old who are abused by a member of their family. Frontline police officers who deal with these issues often are traumatized. These officers need a proper counseling service to rehabilitate and relieve stress before they go back to provide policing services. However, RPNGC does not have a counseling service in place to rehabilitate these officers. The Director for the Family and Sexual Violence Unit, Superintendent Delilah Sandeka, said this when testifying during the Commission of Inquiry into the RPNGC's January 10th civil unrest.
Officers, some of them have already fallen victims to stress, stroke, heart attack, and migraine. As we speak, some of them are going through counseling. As we have been going through tough times from all aspects, work pressure, pressure from perpetrators, stress, and etc. FSB staff requires team building and mentoring. We need FSB officers as well as other divisions, especially dealing with crimes like CIDs, SOS, even our mobile squad who went to Bougainville and come back. We should have a proper rehabilitation place for all our police officers to be able to relieve stress, to refresh and back to the normal minds.
She said there is usually only one police officer who deals with cases of FSV 7 days a week without rest due to the limited number of FSV police officers. This officer needs rehabilitation but is vulnerable to this important service as there is no system in place. Sandeka said attempts were made through submission to implement a compelling service, but RPNGC management is yet to implement this service.
Our human resource, our officer works 5 days. We work up to 5 days because we can't put out the roster because we have less officers.
In responding to a statement, COI Commissioner Justice Elines Batari said having only one police officer working 7 days a week questions if the directorate is effectively accessible to victims of FSV and if FSV victims are given the attention they need due to the sensitivity of violence they are faced with.
Adequately funded and resourced units within your directorate to perform better.
Meanwhile, the Family and Sexual Violence Unit Director, Delilah Sandeka, said the directorate has been operating without a firearm since 2019. Sandeka said due to the sensitivity of the issues they deal with in the space of violence against women and girls, many times they are apprehended by perpetrators. This calls for the need to have a firearm.
Firearms. Our section has been operating with firearms for the past 15 years.
Sorry, with or without?
Without, since 2009. And along the way, we have encountered threats and perpetrators who have access to firepower. It is about time FSV is issued and armed with firearms for the safety of victims as well as the officers.
In a vibrant celebration of creativity and culture, the National Cultural Commission officially opened the 3rd National Arts Exhibition last night at the iconic APEC House in downtown Port Moresby.
The 3rd National Arts Exhibition, hosted by the National Cultural Commission, was officially opened by the Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Belden Nama, last night at the APEC House, Port Moresby. The event was also attended by important guests and development partners, including European representative ambassadors, U.S. Ambassador, Philippines Ambassador, Australian High Commission, and all other diplomats representing their respective missions. The exhibition held on the eve of PNG's Independence Day provided a rich platform for local artists to reflect on the nation's past, present, and future through their artistic expressions. The exhibition showcased 48 artists' their diverse range of paintings, each offering unique perspectives on PNG's history, the realities of contemporary life, and visions for what lies ahead. As visitors moved through the displays, they were drawn into thought-provoking pieces that sparked reflection on the country's journey and aspirations. The artwork not only presented new ideas but also challenged viewers to contemplate the progress PNG has made and the challenges it still faces. Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture emphasized the role of art in uniting people and preserving the nation's identity, noting how exhibitions like this allow citizens and the global audience to engage deeply with PNG's evolving narrative.
This exhibition is a key event leading up to the 50th independence anniversary next year. This event also, as we gather today, we gather not only just to celebrate art in Papua New Guinea, but to also acknowledge the resilience, the creativity of our local artisans. I personally believe that tourism is the future for this country.
Also present at the event is the current Philippines ambassador to PNG, Edgar Tomas Auxilian, who, alongside other dignitaries, art enthusiasts, and members of the diplomatic corps, took in the captivating displays.
I'm deeply honored and really delighted to embark on my new ambassadorial post here in Papua New Guinea. So I am so thankful also that I was invited to this momentous event today, the third National Arts Exhibit. It is indeed a very good opportunity for me, a first-hand experience for me of the great culture, artistry, and the beauty of Papua New Guinea.
The exhibition offered attendees an immersive experience demonstrating how art serves as a timeless bridge connecting people across different eras and cultures. The third National Arts Exhibition not only highlighted the talents of PNG's contemporary artists, but also inspired those in attendance, reminding them of the powerful role that art plays in storytelling, reflection, fostering unity as the nation moves forward. Carol Kidu Jr., TV1 News.
Speaking at the third National Arts Exhibition, Tourism, Arts and Culture Minister Belden Namba emphasized the resilience and creativity of Papua New Guinea's artists, many of whom have long struggled with limited access to markets. He highlighted the National Cultural Policy 2022 to 2023 as a key framework for addressing these challenges and promised to revisit and refine the policy during his tenure. Nama outlined his ambitious vision for the sector, expressing his belief that tourism, art and culture hold untapped economic potential. He revealed plans to transform the National Convention Centre in Port Moresby into a permanent hub for the ministry, with gallery spaces for local artists to showcase their work to both international and local visitors. The exhibition marks a key event leading up to PNG's 50th independence anniversary next year.
The office that has been lying idle in Port Moresby, the National Convention Centre, just next to Parliament. And I will make sure that tourism, art and culture take that property and make it a property of tourism, art and culture, where every department, every agency within the Ministry of Tourism, Art and Culture is co-located.
TV1 News continues. When we return, stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Laga, Bunyamyumi.
Open nets.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Prime PNG made.
Right across the nation, we eat snacks crackers. Emi trubla. All get a young planalapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one-time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
Welcome back. The Papa Ground Annual Music Festival delivered an unforgettable experience on Saturday as hundreds of festival goers arrived at the Sir Hubert Marius Stadium for a day of live music, cultural display and family fun. Now in its third year, the event exceeded expectation with an impressive lineup of local and international talent.
The day kicked off with a soulful performance by Rugby, whose smooth vocals immediately captivated the audience, setting the tone for the following high-energy performances. The crowd, a mix of families, music lovers and cultural enthusiasts, responded with cheers and applause as the music and atmosphere intensified throughout the day. One of the standout moments came when Naked Koala, the internationally acclaimed Norwegian band, took the stage. Their international sounds was met with roaring approval from the crowd, as lead vocalist Kyrie expressed the band's excitement to perform in Papua New Guinea for the first time.
We have a much stronger connection to PNG now than to any other country in the world, and this has truly become my second home. But it goes to show how much can come of collaboration, and I look forward to collaborate with PNG artists as well. I won't reveal any names, but I had a very positive talk with Ragazia. So who knows what will come. I won't mention any particular songs, but maybe he will jump on a verse on Heat of the Sun.
Local legends and newcomers alike brought their A-game, with performances from legends to rising stars and a fresh addition of 4 DJs, injecting a new wave of energy into the event. The atmosphere was electric as each act took the stage, blending traditional and contemporary music styles and creating an immersive experience for festival goers who also stepped in some wiper dance from the Southern Highlands province. The festival, known for its inclusivity and celebration of PNG's musical heritage, continued to build on its legacy, bringing together people from all walks of life for a day of unity through music. As the sun set, the stadium remained excited, with many attendees expressing their hope for an even bigger and better edition next year. The Papa Ground Annual Music Festival once again proved to be a must-attend event, showcasing the best of Papua New Guinea's rich musical and cultural traditions while elevating the experience with international flair. Carol Kido Jr., TV1 News.
Turning abroad, one of Australia's biggest fracking projects is facing fresh scrutiny after a referral from the Federal Environment Minister to a committee of experts. The committee is looking at gas exploration in the Bitalo Basin and its potential impacts on water before a decision made about its environmental approval.
Fracking plans for the Beetaloo Basin are set to be examined by a government-appointed scientific panel after a request from the federal government.
Backing science, independent science, is both the smart thing to do and the right thing to do.
For residents in the Northern Territory's Gulf region, it's a good start.
It's encouraging news to hear, but it's not good enough, you know. She should pull the water trigger because Beetaloo is going to affect the Europa.
The Federal Environment Minister says she's asked the panel to help settle any concerns about the fracking project's potential impacts on water. But environmental groups are pushing for a full assessment under federal laws using a so-called expanded water trigger.
It is absolutely essential that proper scrutiny is given to this very harmful industry in terms of environmental impacts.
Others want the fracking plans to be scrapped altogether.
We're in the midst of a climate crisis and we can't keep opening up new coal and gas fields. And we certainly can't afford to poison our precious water supply.
Beetaloo proponent Tamboran Resources declined an interview, but said the company's confident that if the water trigger is pulled, they'll pass the test. The gas industry's labelled the latest review an unnecessary duplication of tests, while the new country Liberal government also has criticised the move, saying it's putting an unnecessary handbrake on the industry.
A meteorite hunter has been celebrated for his remarkable contribution to science. Robert Towers has made the biggest contribution ever to the South Australian Museum Meteor collection.
Celestial rocks can help scientists understand the origins of life itself.
These are basically the building blocks of the Earth.
The beautiful outback expanse of the Nullarbor Plain is one of the best places on Earth to find meteorites. Former geophysicist Robert Towers has found himself drawn to the region time and time again, meticulously mapping his way around the remote piece of Earth until he strikes it lucky. And this is how he celebrates the big ones.
Just went crazy about it, so just wanted to go out, as often as I could. And I always like wandering around picking stuff up, like kids do, finding things.
And what a find. Mr. Towers has single-handedly discovered the biggest collection of meteorites South Australia has ever seen.
The strike rate isn't all that common, and so therefore for somebody to find almost 140 meteorites in the last 15, 20 years is incredible.
By law, all meteorites found in South Australia are property of the Crown and must be lodged with the museum's collections. Mr. Towers has earned himself a commemorative medallion for his significant contribution.
Meteorites are incredibly important to us, and they teach us a lot about the formation of the solar system, formation of our Earth.
The majority of all these space rocks get burnt away in the Earth's atmosphere, so it's rare to find large fragments like this one.
You're just over the moon. You've just found something that's come from space and has been around before the Earth was formed, before life, before everything, so how could you be more thrilled?
The joy of discovery.
This is TV1 News. Next in sports, Santos Cup champions and Mount Hagen Eagles claim final run.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama. You wait time, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic kakaru, get up a big smile on face. Time for kim chicken, a great fumu too. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
All Mama Flame is not all Sam.
Me say you seen flame flower long one him. Yeah, me say me Kim Kai Kai belong family belong me. You go more yet.
Man belong me save like him flower balls belong me what them kawa war na spring onion. All pikinini belong me save like him to mas pineapple donut me save walk him lo house. Me make kumu mix him want them cow na karama pim long flower.
Tasty hash browns.
Time is kelly one time olara pela kai kai. Me save kissing more kai kai long all get a toya me tromoy one time flame flower.
You enough making more one time flame flower.
Are you thirsty for more? Celebrate this independence with Pepsi's new look, same great taste, and lower than low prices. Only $2.20 in stores now. Includes Pepsi, Pepsi Max, 7-Up, Mirinda, Mountain Dew, Gold Spot, and Coca-Cola. Hurry to your nearest store for more.
Hardware House is more than just a store. It is where quality meets affordability, where culture is proudly celebrated. Spanning 9 provinces, we pride ourselves in offering top-notch customer support and services. We're more than just a store. We're more than a brand. We are Hardware House.
He winds up for the free kick, which he gets over and gets in! The opening goal to their midfield maestro.
And there with Felix Agu to pick up the pieces.
Welcome back. The Gorokalahanis are an inaugural Santos Cup champions. The ladies from Eastern Highlands Province showed passion to stage a comeback win 8-6 at the Santos National Football Stadium today, beating their opponents, Central Dabaris.
Rugby League.
The Santos Cup competition grand final between Lahanis and Central Dabaris started in a typical grand final fashion. Both sides traded hit for hit and were equal in many aspects of the match. But discipline registered the Dabaris first on the scoreboard. The Dabaris led 6-0 at halftime with a strong charge to claim the title. They showed the counterpart they mean business. Despite forgettable first-half performance, the Lahanis reserved the best for the second half. They came out strong, firing in all cylinders to claim the well-deserved win with 8 unanswered points. It is a fitting finish to Lahanis' outfit that have been performing well consistently in every match throughout the season. But for the Dabaris, it was hard luck. Nevertheless, the Dabaris head coach Katin Neab will be proud of her side's performance and throughout the season. The inaugural Santos Cup competition comprises of 6 teams: Lahanis, Central Dabaris, Mount Hagen Eagles, Ley Tigers, Port Moresby Vipers and Rebel Gurias. Rex Lita, TV1 Sports.
The annual Prime Minister's 13th fixture between Papua New Guinea and Australia is now confirmed for October 13, 2024 at the Santos National Football Stadium in Port Moresby. This was confirmed by the PNG RFL CEO Stanley Ondina during the Digital ExxonMobil Cup Awards night at the Stanley Hotel on Thursday night. Ondina said there'll be 4 matches scheduled for this year's edition of the PM's 13 that will feature the Junior Kangaroos and Junior Gillaroos up against PNG Junior Kumuls and Junior Orchids, and the Senior Kangaroos and Senior Gillaroos to play the Kumuls and Orchids. Ondina said a week after that, new Kumul coach Jason Demetrio will take the Kumuls to Fiji for the first match in the opening round of the Pacific Cup, which starts on the 18th of October in Suva, Fiji. Hela Wigman took to the opening minutes of the grand final in a firing start, wasting no time, putting the first points through good ball handling and hard running to put the first 14 points on the board. The Hagen Eagles replied late in the dying minute to bring score at halftime. Wigman 14, Eagles 6. The second half was intense as the final momentum lived up to a through contest. After 16 years, Eagles have finally broken the spell with a grand final win in a 28-20 win. Here are the highlights.
On the front foot, and it's Woody from the Eagles line. More pressure here for Curry. Little kick through, and the put down is good. Very easy. And it's Terrence from the line. Leme, Women for Curry. Keeping the defense guessing, turning it back on the inside. It's a Pokari Kaupa combination. And there's a
Winnis. Crossfield kick. Oh, it's taken. I think they're over here. The Hagen Eagles have scored. The Hagen Eagles.
And now shifted back towards the right-hand side, open. Oh, great tag. June Gila. And yes.
Oh, what a dive. Siki Condon.
Incredible. Siki Condon goes to the skies, and what a put down. Komati, the big dummy, goes right through, slams it down. Komati scores.
Yeah, I think he scored. Brenton.
Ikila and corners from dummy half. Twisting around.
Benji Ben
claims a try. Benji Ben.
That's it for sports, and now the weather forecast for the next 24 hours. Southern region, scattered showers and thunderstorms. Scattered showers over highlands of Milne Bay, Inland Gulf and Western with possible riverine and flash flood over Gulf. Momase region, scattered showers and thunderstorm with areas of rain over Huon Gulf. New Guinea Island region, scattered showers and thunderstorm with areas of rain and possible flooding along southern West New Britain and Arab. Highlands region, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms with areas of heavy rain and possible flooding in parts of Chimbu, Southern Highlands, Hela and Enga province. And that ends the news tonight. Pleasant viewing. Bye now.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.